G'day everyone. Today I'm going to have a look at an old JCB excavator which has been sitting right next to the sea in the Marlborough Sounds for quite a few years. I've never actually seen it. Someone sent me photos and told me about it, said I should go and have a look, so I managed to get hold of the owner and they're quite happy for me to have a play with it and see if I can get it running and possibly even take it home. They don't need it, they've got a newer machine there. It's about a 2-hour drive to get in there. Yeah, it's going to be quite a long day. So we'll go and have a poke around and see if we can get it running and moving and assess whether it's worth spending the money to get it out of there. Wow, she's pretty rusty. That is so rusty. Look at that ram. Oh man, look at that cab. I guess sitting right next to the this sea here, it's just been getting that sea breeze on it for all these years. Ooh. It doesn't look too bad under there. I suppose it's kind of been a wee bit sheltered from the sea air under the hood. Definitely looks like she's been here quite a few years. Man, what a beast. Well, where do we start? Where do we start? Man, that cab is just totally rusted out. Look at that. Does it even... She's pretty seized up, I think. She might be a bit far gone, you know. Oh, so the control, okay, that control linkage is gone. So it looks like that's the linkage for here for that lever. Wow. That's probably all seized up, I would think. What do we got under here? Oh, the engine's there. Looks like she's been leaking a bit of oil from the finals. Well, I think first of all I'll try and get the engine running, and then if she runs we'll try and figure out these, try and put these controls back together. I suspect it's not going to be that easy. Look at all these linkages here, they're all seized up, so that's going to take a bit of work to get back up and running, I think. We'll see if we can get her running anyway. feel like these tracks are going to be so bound up though. Probably not going to move. Just flaking off there. Look how pitted that is. What have we got in here? That's the hydraulic tank. It's actually got oil in there. Right, there's plenty of hydraulic oil in there. It actually looks pretty clean. No water. So that's good. That should be plenty enough to get her moving. So where the batteries go. No batteries. Okay. Well, it's going to be a challenge, that's for sure. The old homemade teeth on the bucket made from railway iron. Love it. That's awesome. Alright, what do we got here? She's seen better days, alright. She's got me. Oh. Ooh. That dipstick's pretty rusty. She's got oil, but it's very black. It's just been letting the moisture in there, I'd say. Oh man, look at that engine mount. She is pretty rough. See if she's got any coolant. Don't really want to put my head under there. I feel like that might come down on me. It's pretty heavy. Might try and get another block under there. Let's see what's in the radiator. Oh yeah, there's water in there. Oh, that's a good sign. So it's got oil and water, and I can't see anything missing from the engine. The exhaust has been sitting there open to the elements. Probably has had water down into it. So there might be water in the cylinders. I might have to crack the injectors and flush that out. That could be its downfall, I think. Oh, there's a hole at the bottom of that exhaust, so maybe the water's been draining out of there. All the hoses seem to be intact. Okay, so that's the diesel tank. That's the old seal, is it? Well, I don't know what it's going to be like after all these years. Hey, she's pretty rough, mate. So that's the fuel manual pump there. Let's see what the air cleaner's like. Well, she has an air cleaner. Seems to be intact. No water in there. I think I'll leave that alone for now. Well, suppose the first thing to do is figure out if she's going to turn over and make sure it's not seized before I do too much. So I'll get some batteries in her. What's that? Negative earth or positive earth? That's pretty dirty, that terminal. I'll give that a quick clean up. Let's have a look what we've got on there. Oh yeah, she's turning. Nice. Sweet. Oh, she turns over. Awesome. It looks like the throttle cable has been rusted away, and I've just got this wire to control the throttle. I'm guessing that's the shut off. Pushing through with this pump here. Yep. Yeah, there's a bit of air in there. Yeah, that actually looks a bit like water. Actually, might try and drain the bottom of that tank off to get the water out. Right, looks like that's the drain for the fuel tank. I think I might just leave that alone because I can feel quite a bit of rust up in there and I don't want to rupture the fuel tank. So I think I'll just try and pump that through manually with that fuel pump and get the water out of there. It's going to be slow going, but I'd hate to rupture that tank and drop fuel all over here. It's like it's eaten through quite a bit up there. Don't want that going through the engine. Okay. Alright, yeah, look how filthy that is. Right, so that's what's come out of it so far. It's just draining out. It's still water, so I'm going to rig up some sort of temporary tank, I think. And now, try and get some kind of little tank on this end. Right, I don't have a spare tank with me. I should have bought one, but I do have a bottle here and a little hose, so I'll try and jerry rig up a little tank with that. ideal, but I think it'll get fuel in there. It'll be alright for a temporary fix. Need to get a bit of height in it so that the fuel goes through gravity feeds. So I was just talking to a farmer. He came in and told me about the history of this thing. He actually tracked it from around the next bay 10 years ago. They parked it up here and it hasn't been running since, so it's been sitting here for 10 years. No wonder it's got so much water in there. But he also told me that there's a bulldozer, a case bulldozer, he doesn't want, so he's going to show that to me later. I'll call in there and have a look at that too. Sounds like a bit of me. Right, that should gravity feed. Not the best setup, but it's all I've got at the moment. Just get a little air out of that line. Slowly coming through there. So we're getting fuel through now, and that's looking fairly clean. I'll kick her in the guts, see what she does. Oh well, she works. She's pissing out a bit of water there. It's coming out of the fuel pump. It's only water. There's no fuel in there that I can see. But I'm going to have to block that off somehow. We take out that pipe from the fuel tank and raise that up so it doesn't drain out. It's just water, but yeah, we don't. There's probably fuel further up. So we'll make it so that doesn't happen. But yeah, that started straight up once I got fuel into it. Bloody little beauty. It sounded pretty good actually. No horrible noises, and the pump is quiet, so we might be able to get it moving. But I think what I'll do, these cables are all seized up. I don't think that's ever gonna move again, that one. So yeah. I think that must be the travel motors there. We'll put a bit of lubricant down there and see if we can get those freed up while I'm working on the fuel line on the fuel pump. Right, let's try and disconnect that fuel pump. Yep, wasn't too bad. I've moved that fuel line up here. It's above the level in the tank, so that won't drain out now. We'll give that another try. smoky. Probably just clearing itself out. She's a runner. And let's see if these travel motors work. Oh well, doesn't sound too bad. She's a bit smoky, but that might clear up as it warms up. I'm not sure. At least we got it running. Alright, that's freeing up now. So I should be able to stop it from in the cab, which makes it a wee bit safer. Just in case something sticks and I have to stop it in a hurry. None of these levers work, they're all seized up, so yeah, we'll see if we can free those up. They come down to here. A lot of those cables are going to have to be replaced. It's probably going to be quite expensive, I would think. That one might be alright, but these two round the back here are quite rusted through there, so they almost need taking out and soaking in diesel for a few days to see if we can get them moving again. But I'll see if I can get a rod through one of these and just see if the hydraulics are gonna work. Yep, that one moves. Okay. Right, got these two moving. If we can get that bucket up, at least raise the boom, and then try and get the tracks moving. So at least we can get it out of here. Looks like the hydraulics are working. I was trying to move this travel motor here, but she's all seized up, so it wasn't going anywhere. Look at that. She's pretty knackered, man. See if that one will move. I think that is this lever here. The whole pillar here is rusted away, so it feels like it's going to break off if I pull too hard. Starting to move a little bit. I actually think it's the cable holding it, keeping it back. Right, I managed to pull that back a little bit. Alright, so that was trying to slew there, pushing that forward. So that's the slew. That's not much good to us with the bucket on the ground. But that cable there is pretty seized up, I think, so I don't think that will move. I think that's the one we need, actually. Right, that was lifting the boom up, but it was also bringing the bucket out, so I think I might just get rid of some of that rust in case the rod goes up in there so it doesn't cut up all the seals. So that's just going to ruin the seals straight away if that goes in, I think. Boom cylinders. They're actually not too rusty, they're just a bit dusty. Okay. So I'm just having to pull out this one here, and that lifts up the boom. Right, I managed to get the boom up alright. It was really groaning though, it didn't like that. She was struggling a bit and managed to slew it as well, but the tracks seem to be seized up. I can't get them to move, so yeah, I think it's going to be quite a big job to get that moving. Obviously all those pins will be rusted solid. I think that's the problem, because it was bogging down trying to move the tracks, but they just weren't having it. So look at that, that track is just rusted solid on there. I don't think it's actually worth messing around with, putting too much time into, because you know it's such an old machine and there's going to be all sorts of problems with it even if I get it moving. It felt a bit dangerous being near these old pipes under pressure, so I'm going to leave it at that and yeah, leave it for someone else. I think, I mean, if it was closer to home, I'd probably persist with it and, you know, keep playing around and get it moving, but the fact that it's 4 hours round trip from home, it's just a bit of a hassle to get out here, and can't really spend a full day out here very easily. So yep, I'll leave it at that. It was a bit of fun getting it going anyway. I think that rain's going to come in soon, so I better head home. If you enjoyed the vid, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks guys.